Hello and welcome, beautiful souls, to my channel, Light of Shaya. My channel is all about illuminating the spiritual path forward while delivering you messages of love and light. Once again, welcome. Thank you for being here. Alrighty, so today we have a pick a card reading here for you. This reading is timeless. It is also a general reading for you guys, so some of the messages may or may not resonate for you. Take what resonates, leave what does not. So the question is, what do your spirit guides want to tell you? There are no tarot cards in this reading. It's all oracle cards, so this is going to be pretty interesting. I haven't done one of these readings before, but there's definitely a lot of messages that wanted to come through for all three of the piles. Yeah, so once again, welcome to my channel, and feel free to meditate on the stacks in just a moment here. I'm going to insert a clip. I'm going to go ahead and tell you which pile is which. And I'll go ahead and put, sorry, I'm gonna go ahead and put timestamps down below for you in the description box. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll see you at your pile. Alrighty, so from left to right, we have pile 1 with the Sacral Chakra candle, pile 2, the Solar Plexus Chakra candle, and pile 3 with the Throat Chakra candle. Hello and welcome, pile 1, to your reading. If you chose the Sacral Chakra candle, this is pile 1, and this is going to be your reading. So let's go ahead and get started here. So for the overarching theme here, we have magic and ritual, or rather, this is the most important message that is going to come through in terms of your spiritual growth for your spirit guide. So we have magic and ritual, crafting sacred practice. That corresponds a lot with the Sacral Chakra there. Wow. We have the Begin Now card. Take your first step. And out of all the piles, you guys got the most out of the Soul's Journey deck. Grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Service. I feel good when I can help others. Health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. Spirit Fox. Trust your talents in changing times. Put this over here. Lady. Enjoy growth and reap rewards. Okay. And signs from heaven. Thank you, heaven, for sending me reminders of your presence. Already, pile 1. So immediately, what I'm getting here from your spirit guides, they do have quite a few important messages here. So first of all, they've been trying to contact you. With the Signs from Heaven card, you may be seeing angel numbers, you may be seeing certain signs of their presence. I mean, it could be like in the flickering of a light, or like for whatever reason, like a TV screen, like a screen that you're around might flicker or something weird like that. But they have been trying to get into contact with you. You may be seeing repeating numbers, like I had mentioned. You may be seeing feathers or certain spirit animals, perhaps, like animals in pretty peculiar places. Like when you, and you'll probably know what signs I'm talking about, because they'll kind of just come up on you and you're going to be like, whoa, like there's a significance almost behind when you see it. Like there's a, like, kind of like a, not a hesitance, but a sudden like level of awareness about the fact that that thing is present in your life at that moment. But what they're trying to tell you is, with the Begin Now card, take your first step. There's definitely something you need to take action towards. You probably, I mean, you'll know better than I do regarding your particular situation, but there's certainly something that they're trying to push you towards. This may deal with your creativity. This may deal with certain talents that you have. Perhaps you've been wanting to start a new job, a switch in majors, a switch in career, some sort of change, perhaps, or perhaps even something that you know that you need to let go of. It says begin now. There's definitely, you've been getting signs about something, or you've been getting this gut feeling about something that you need to start, and they're urging you to go ahead and take the first step. What is that? I think there's like a Buddhist saying or something like that that goes, I'm not sure, forgive me if I'm butchering this, or but I think it's something along the lines of the journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. I think that's how it goes. But that's kind of the sense that I'm getting here. And it might mean that you need to say goodbye to certain people, because I see this lady here waving. This looks like a gentleman who might be going on a trip for his family. But look at how beautiful the artwork here. It looks like there's fantastic things that are lying ahead for you. So your spirit guides have been trying to push you down that path. Now, you guys may have gone through some sort of loss. This may have been a loved one. If so, I'm really sorry to hear that. I know losing somebody is never easy, especially when it's somebody who's very near and dear to your heart. It's kind of, it never truly really goes away, but it gets better over time, and you start to acknowledge it and kind of start more reveling in the memories of them over time. But if it's not a loved one, this could have been something. It could have been a breakup. It could have been a job that you were comfortable in that you're now starting to see the value in. And interestingly enough, look at the correspondence in colors here. So this very thing could be stifling your creativity or stifling your ability to move forward. But go ahead and take some time to grieve. This is a process that your spirit guides are fully aware that that these feelings sometimes come with a great deal of intensity. And instead of trying to push this away, they may be encouraging you to acknowledge it and to deal with it in order to heal yourself and continue on with your journey. We do have the service card here. I feel good when I can help others. So perhaps there may be a need for you to consider perhaps community service, or perhaps offering some of your like healing services to people if you're a healer of some sort. But perhaps they're really pushing you to give to people, because this may also help you in a sense um, get over this grief by reconnecting with people and knowing that if you open yourself up to human interaction, this can help you very well with your grief and helping yourself feel better in the long run. With help here, it says, "I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul." So there may be, I know sometimes when we go through very hard things, some people like to, this message may only resonate for a few of you, but some people may like to lose themselves in, not necessarily lose themselves, some do, but numb yourself with substances of some sort. So whether that be alcohol, cannabis, or even some of the more heavier drugs. This could even be like cigarettes. Some people do smoke when they get very stressed out and anxious. So it may be likely that your spirit guides, if you're one of these people that this message is resonating for, they're trying to call attention to this habit that you may have and say, hey, don't forget that your body is a temple. And especially here with the magic and ritual card, that message really comes through strongly. So your body is a temple, and so this could even be bad eating habits. Some people like to lose themselves in food. Um, that isn't to say we're not allowed to enjoy the good things in life or some junk food, but your spirit guides are urging you to consider taking care of your body just a little bit more. Be more aware of it, because in the end, it will lend to your happiness. With the spirit fox here, it says, trust your talents in changing times. So your spirit guides are trying to encourage you to be more confident in yourself and be more confident, because you're like this fox. You're very intelligent, and you're very witty. You have the ability to adapt to situations very well. And your spirit guides are saying that you should trust this ability of yourself, this ability to transform, this ability to be a shapeshifter, and to be able to navigate through life, because you do have those capabilities. And these capabilities may be in turn able to help push you to helping other people, or these abilities may be able to help other people because your intelligence could lend them some sort of help. With Lady here, it says, enjoy growth and reap rewards. So your spirit guides are telling you that perhaps practice more of a gratitude mindset. There may be a need for you to appreciate more of the earthly things that you have. Be more present when you're consuming food. Once again, with the health card here, I'm seeing the fact that there's fruit here. So perhaps incorporate more fruit into your diet, more fruits and veggies, because that'll help you feel better in the long run. Um, they're also saying that you're more than capable of creating your own abundance, even if you may not be aware of it. And it says here that you're going to be enjoying your growth is going to help you enjoy life, and you're going to be reaping the rewards. This is a very abundant, prosperous card with the fruit there and the green. So we do have another. Interestingly enough, I just so happened to put all the like cards with the green over on this side here. So this may be a very heavy message combined with these three things here. Perhaps through exercise or through eating healthier, this will incite more growth and abilities within you. And this service card seems to be tying really well into the magic and ritual card, because I'm seeing corresponding colors here as well. I'm going to be getting into that in just a moment here. But your spirit guides are just basically confirming to you that you will be enjoying growth, and you're going to reap the rewards of all your hard work. And speaking of hard work, we have the magic and ritual card here that says crafting sacred practice. So the magic and ritual card here is basically talking about your spirit guides are really wanting you to incorporate some sort of routine. This could be a meditation practice, more prayer. Magic comes in different forms, and I know some people do have some heavier perspectives on what magic is and how it works. But prayer could be considered a form of magic, because it's really setting an intention with emotion behind it. That's really what magic is. And this is changing this is energy manipulation, right? So your spirit guides are kind of urging you to create more of a habit of incorporating these so-called like magical practices into your life. So prayer can be one of them. For those of you who are already on the path of like utilizing magic and stuff like that, you already have a good idea of how that works. But this message may or may not resonate for everybody regarding the magic aspect. But this is definitely a very, very important time for you to build rituals. This could be just a meditation practice, yoga. This could be actual like magical rituals that you like to do, like or even offerings to the gods and goddesses, that kind of thing, if you're into paganism and that kind of spiritual practice. But for those of you who have a more like what is it called, like constructed, like kind of like part of an organization, for example, like Catholicism or religions that are a bit more organized, like organized religion. This could be the need of, like, for example, if you are Catholic, for you to do more of your rituals. I'm not sure, to be honest, I'm not very well versed in Catholicism, but I know they do kind of like the crossing, of it's a form of connecting with God, right? But this could be like more practice revolving that, more prayer, more for those of you with a Christian background, this could be more prayer, more reading the Bible, or things of that nature. Basically, it's a matter of putting some sort of routine in your life that is spiritual in nature. And your spirit guides are saying that by cultivating this, you're going to start realizing more of your power. You're going to start becoming you're going to be able to create more abundance in your life, because you're starting to align yourself with the practical and the magical, the spiritual and the material. By creating this kind of like streamlined force, this will allow things to be attracted in your life that you would actually like. And with the lady card here, this really, really comes through very strongly, because you have the talents and the skills in order to bring and reap these rewards. It's just a matter of incorporating a more common practice. So your spirit guides are coming through very strongly regarding this message. And you've probably been seeing signs, but with this Begin Now card, they're basically just emphasizing like, yeah, go ahead and take the first step. You may think this is a waste of time now, but you're going to reap so you're definitely going to be reaping more rewards in your future. That's coming through very strongly here. it's just a matter of taking that first step and building kind of like a routine around it. And eventually you'll fall in love with it. So I know that it might seem kind of like a pain in the butt at first, but your guides are saying like, yeah, you might feel a sense of like, maybe doing it. But at the end of the day, you're going to fall in love with this practice and you're going to see it's very beneficial for you. So that's all I have for you, Pile One. If you enjoyed this content, please do hit the like and subscribe button. It's greatly appreciated. I'm sending you much love and light, and take care. I'll see you later. Hello, Pile 2. If you chose the Solar Plexus Chakra candle, this is going to be your reading. So let's go ahead and get started. What messages do your spirit guides have for you? So we have, Goddess of 10,000 Names. Wow, look at that. Very powerful card. I love the artwork in this deck. So this is going to be the overall arcing message, a spiritual message from your spirit guides. I'll get into that card later. We have Distant Thunder, Clear the Air. We have Denial. Ooh, I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. Ooh, we have Fear. Okay, I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. We have Father Sky, Trust in the Unknown. Mother Earth, Feel loved and comforted. Okay, there seems to be a very, very interesting message here from your spirit guides. We have Trust Your Vibes. Thank you, angels. Today I choose to trust my intuition and your guidance. And we have Leap of Faith. I'm ready to take a leap, angels. Thank you for doing it with me. Alrighty, Pile 2. So, there's quite a bit going on here for you. With the Father Sky here, it says trust in the unknown. There may be, this is giving me the moon card from the tarot. There may be certain things that you simply cannot see right now that spirit is kind of keeping hidden for you. And this may be the stem of your fear. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. So there could be just a sense of fear. I'm seeing the correspondence here in the solar plexus candle. This could have affected your self-esteem in some way. There could have been something that affected your self-worth. Definitely a sense of maybe perhaps this fear is stripping you of your power. Now, in denial here, it says, I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. We have fear mentioned twice here. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. So it's a matter of your spirit guides are saying that it's time to take a look within and take a look at what it is that you've been denying yourself. What is it that you're afraid of? What is it that you're in denial of? And this fear is something that you need to acknowledge, and it's something that you need to work through, because you're really testing your ability to live a life of love. With Distant Thunder here, we have it, Clear the Air. This, for whatever reason, really gives me the essence of the Tower. This is kind of like a Tower moment. So something may have happened in the past, or you fear that something may be happening within the near future. There may be somebody that you need to talk to, or there may be somebody that needs to kind of clear up some misunderstandings with you. Because I mean, the expression clear the air usually is something that there seems to be something that in the past may have caused some sort of falling out or something along those lines. And maybe you're in denial of your spirit guides may be saying you're in denial of the role you played in that scenario. But that's only going to resonate for a few of you. But there may have been a tower moment that that has brought you a great deal of fear, and perhaps you're in denial of the fact that you feel this fear. And so, let's see, give me one moment. With the Feel Loved and Comforted card, this really screams it's Mother Earth, the Mother Earth card with the message there. But this really just screams to me the Empress from the tarot. And the way I'm seeing this is, once again, linking to those self-worth issues, perhaps, that you may have been having. Your spirit guides want you to feel loved and comforted. They want you to love yourself and feel comfortable in your own skin. So with that being said, self-worth seems to be coming in through very strongly here. There may be fear. There may have been some sort of falling out with Clear the Air that is basically telling you that, and they're trying to tell you basically that you may be in denial of something and you're needing to work on perhaps your identity, your self-worth, your being. We do have trust your vibes here, so perhaps you've been getting spiritual insights regarding this occurrence, but your spirit guides are telling you to trust whatever it is that you're feeling, trust what it is that your intuition is telling you, and then move in that direction with the leap of faith. It's time for you to to trust in the divine and trust in the divine outcome, because really you're the one in control here. At the end of the day, we have a great deal of power, even if things happen to us. um, we have the power of deciding how we react, and we can react from a place of fear, and that's natural. There's I'm not going to say there's nothing wrong with that, because obviously saying that is also like enabling it, so to speak. But what I'm trying to say here is it's a natural response, and that is okay. So honor those feelings. But for you to repeatedly behave or be in a state of fear when it comes to new things is actually hindering you, and you're denying yourself the capabilities that you hold within yourself. And here we have Goddess of 10,000 Names. This is a very powerful card. So this card speaks of identities within the self. So we all have different facets. We're kind of like diamonds, right? Of with various different faces in a sense, right? Not saying that we have like multiple personalities or we're crazy or anything like that, but we wear different faces for each people, like group of people that we talk to. For example, you wouldn't talk to your coworker the way you would talk to your mother. You wouldn't talk to your boss the way you would talk to your lover. You wouldn't talk to your sister the way you talk to, I don't know, a stranger, right? So we interact in various ways with different people, and so we wear these different identities. And so the question is are you aware of what your true identity is, and how could you step further into this? With the Goddess of 10,000 Names, this card also speaks about perhaps you've been getting messages from your spirit guides regarding a spiritual name. Sometimes, so the Native Americans used to have various names, and there's other cultures too where it was normal for people to adopt a different name than the one that they were given at birth, because we go through periods of transformation. And I don't necessarily, for example, I don't resonate, like, I don't associate myself or like embody the 16-year-old version of myself, right? And not even the person that I was 5 years ago. And interestingly enough, not even the person that I was 3 months ago, because I've gone through a lot of massive shifts, right? So, we're constantly changing, we're constantly evolving, and our identity is constantly changing. But what never changes is the fact that we're pure consciousness. And so this is the true self, right? But sometimes in order for us to understand ourselves, we give ourselves names. So that's totally okay. And with this card, it is possible for some of you this may resonate. You've been seeing a name or something very familiar. You may be hearing in your head like a particular word or phrase or expression or something that may be relating or relaying to you from your spirit guides a spiritual name that you can kind of take on. And the spiritual name is going to be more in accordance with who you are. Interestingly enough, I actually had I just so happened to pick this as my pile, and I actually was thinking about switching names, which was really crazy. So it just kind of just resonates with me, just to kind of share with you. When I was younger, I didn't like my birth name, and then more so recently, I started seeing the beauty in it because of the spiritual significance behind it. And then, of course, I always prefer to be called by my nickname, but I recently adopted a spiritual name of my own, and that kind of felt in a sense like it aligned more with me, and it felt more true to me. Like it felt like this was a form of self-expression. So this may be coming through for you, for your spirit guides, that maybe in order for you to embody your new self, your new being, your new spiritual self, perhaps consider listening to them, because they may have a name for you, or you could choose out a name that further enables you to understand who you truly are, because you're a beautiful being of love and light, of pure consciousness. But there is a sense of trusting the unknown, taking a leap of faith. Trust your intuition, because your intuition has been guiding you in a particular direction. And so with this distant thunder card here, perhaps you see a change on the horizon that you're afraid to take a leap of faith towards, but your spirit guides are urging you to go ahead and take that leap of faith. Trust in the divine, trust in the unknown, because the divine is always in your favor. The divine is working behind you. You are co-creating with the universe, and with this Mother Earth card here, feel loved and comforted all along the way. So, pile two, that's a really beautiful reading. Thank you so much for joining me here today. If you enjoyed this content, please do hit the like and subscribe button. Yeah, that's pretty much it for you, pile two. So thanks again. I'm sending you much love and light. Take care. Hello and welcome, pile three. If you chose the throat chakra candle, this is the reading for you. So let's go ahead and get started on the readings here. We have, healing the divine masculine. Wow, that's a powerful card. We have wondrous universe. We have self-esteem, adversity, earth guardian, stay rooted and grounded, arrow, surround yourself with protective energy, and study and learning from the angels. Give me one moment while I tap in here. Alrighty, so okay, so with healing the divine masculine card, this is the most potent energy coming through from the spirit guides. This deck is highly spiritual in nature. So healing the divine masculine, Osiris rises. So the divine masculine energies within you are being healed right now. And your spirit guides are trying to help you focus on this. You may have to do some studying, some learning. This is definitely a highly spiritual lesson for you. It's something that you need to go within and understand within yourself. So a wondrous universe is walking in beauty, walking in the beauty of yourself. And interestingly enough here, I know this isn't the moon here, but I'm seeing this swirling magic and this orb, and it reminds me kind of the like masculine and feminine energies kind of blending together. And it's almost like you're merging the two together and starting to walk in the sense of like beauty within yourself. This is a sense of like understanding yourself and feeling rooted and grounded. You're coming into a space of like completeness, honestly. Like that's the best way of describing it. So stay rooted and grounded. We have the arrow, surround yourself with protective energy. So there may be a need for you to protect yourself energetically, kind of like drawing a circle or like envisioning yourself being encapsulated in like an orb of golden light. You can imagine like your angels working with you and setting these up for you, something along those lines. So your spirit guides are really urging you to create this protective energy around yourself. And this really corresponds with the divine masculine aspect, because the divine masculine aspect is all about protection and standing in your power. Now, with self-esteem here, it says, I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. And this is definitely the sense of like you building your self-esteem. When you heal the divine masculine aspects of yourself, you start to stand in your power like never before, especially if you're a person who's more inclined to the divine feminine path, which I so happen to resonate with. I completely understand that. But It says here, I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. By healing these aspects of yourself, you're going to really start opening yourself up to the potential of becoming a teacher, being able to heal others, being able to speak to others from a place that comes of self-assuredness, like not arrogance at all, but rather a place of like of confidence. You're going to be able to walk in your beauty and understand how beautiful you are. Your spirit guides are trying to tell you that to embody this, if you're not already embodying this, adversity. I accept the challenges, that challenges are the best way to learn. So we have two cards here. Speaking of learning, we have the study and learning card. So they're asking you to perhaps look at a situation or situations from here on out from the perspective of what lesson does this have to teach me. So if you come across a person who triggers you in some way, like let's say you walk to the grocery store or you're in the grocery store and you bump into somebody and it's just a very like a person who's incredibly rude, and for whatever reason this really just irks you, your spirit guides are perhaps, this is just an example, your spirit guides would be urging you in this case of seeing like, okay, how could I look at this as a lesson to have been learned? Because if you're rooted and grounded, this probably wouldn't trigger you. And if you're protecting yourself in the right way, this definitely wouldn't be bothering you at all. But this person, in a sense, perhaps reflected something towards you that you did not like. And this could be causing a sense of like, oh well, I don't think it's fair that this person did that to me, and I don't understand why this would happen to me, or something along those lines, of like, that's kind of like, not saying that you're victimizing yourself or anything like that, but rather instead of making yourself a victim of the circumstance, looking at it and saying like, what is it that I can learn from this challenge? Because if this person really hurts you, or if it's like a family member who you feel is kind of walking all over you, this could be an opportunity for your spirit guides are saying like, by protecting yourself. Interestingly enough, we have very similar, you see the artwork here, we have the arrow, we have this point upwards, and the sphere here, very similar cards here. I'm not sure if let me hold them side by side here. So very similar energy cards here. So by protecting yourself and standing your ground, this could also help you keep away any sort of negative energies, negative people, and by being standing in your power of like the divine masculine, of the protective energy within you, so that you basically, when you heal the divine masculine aspect of yourself, it allows the divine feminine in you, the positive traits of the divine feminine, to come out more easily in order for you to express yourself in a completely new and different way. Self-expression comes more naturally because you don't care what other people think, because you see how the divine feminine hides right here behind Osiris. There's a sense of like standing in your power. And interestingly, I don't know, I'm just seeing the drawing of energies upwards, because interestingly enough, his I forgot what these are called, but the headpiece here that he's wearing kind of just gives me that energy of drawing upwards. So this could be a very highly spiritual lesson that's kind of like pulling you out of old modalities or old ways of being. And with Earth Guardians, staying rooted and grounded is very important during this time, for you to be grounded in the material realm, but also be in awe of the wondrous universe that is you, being in awe of the wondrous universe itself. And so when basically self-expression is coming through very strongly here. So your guides are wanting you to take a look at perhaps toxic masculine traits that you may have. The toxic masculine aspect is the player type energy. It's all about control. Like, control comes through very strongly. The divine masculine is unemotional, detached in its toxic traits. There's a sense of machismo. There is almost a sense of narcissistic patterns here of disregarding the needs of others and prioritizing the self. Now, when it's in the healthy aspects, you flip the script on that, and you take your power and authority, and instead of using it to rule over other people, you use it to protect the people that you love. So you're defensive for the right reasons. It's like protecting something very valuable to you, protecting your heart. I mean, look at the way he's kind of holding his heart space here, and all the green here is coming through very strongly. So protecting your heart, protecting the essence of you and the beauty of you. So your guides are really coming through very strongly to help you work on your self-esteem here. They're wanting yourself to They want you to start looking at yourself as this wondrous universe, as this beauty. Walk in the beauty of yourself. Walk in the spirit of your being. Like, who are you and what you embody? And when you do this, you're really freeing yourself up from any adversity, of any harm coming to you, because you're protecting yourself. You're rooted, you're grounded. There's nothing, and you're surrounded in protective energy. So there's nothing that can ever hurt you ever again in the way that it may have in the past. Now, granted, we still do go through painful lessons. I'm not saying that you're invulnerable, but the way that we respond to situations, always, 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 we do have control over that. Okay? So your guides are really just trying to tell you to really look inside. Perhaps there's something that you should start studying and learning. Perhaps you should look into shadow work, or look into how to heal divine masculine aspects of ourselves. Perhaps there was a father figure or a masculine energy that abandoned you in the past, and this may be something that you need to heal. Maybe that's what the adversity is, and the self-esteem issue here. But they're wanting you to take a look at this and heal it, because when we release the need to control, the need to be overly protective, we allow ourselves to expand and grow, and this allows more love to be cultivated in our lives. So, wow, that's a really beautiful message, Pile 3. That is it. Alrighty. Pile 3, if you enjoyed this reading, please do hit that like and subscribe button. It's greatly appreciated. I'll be trying to bring out more videos for you within the near future. But yeah, let me know if you like this at all. I'm going to go ahead and sign off now. I'm sending you much love and light. Take care.